Hello, and welcome back to Mindfully Rich Podcast, your weekly mindful look at life and finances with a twist. I'm your host, Richie, and guess what, y'all? It's my 5th episode. Bring them horns in. Wop, 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 wop. So I started podcasting back on March 9th, and I wanted to front load the episodes and put some content out there, see what works, what didn't work. And so since I'm on my 5th episode, I've learned a little bit. I know what I like. I know what works. And so starting next week, all new episodes will be posted on Mondays. So every Monday, you'll get a new episode. And if you're subscribed on whatever platform that you listen on, you'll get a notification. So make sure you subscribe. And right now, it looks like Apple Podcasts is where I'm listening to the most so far. iPhone is the top phone that's listening. So make sure you subscribe on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you're listening. And also, I didn't know that Google has a podcast. You just go to Google and Google Podcasts. I know lots of Googles in there. And then in the search engine, put in Mindfully Rich, and you'll be able to listen for free there. But once again, thank y'all for listening. So on the last episode, I had a special guest, Darian Ford, the founder and CEO of Career Vice Consultant, join me. And we discussed unemployment, budgeting basics, and talked about adopting a passion project that could possibly turn into an income source. So if you haven't listened to that episode, because I know it was only 2 days ago, I've been putting a lot of content out there. I know. I'm going to give y'all some time to catch up. Go check that out. Darian, he was dropping jewels on that episode. And also, if you're looking for a new career or need some career advice, make sure you hit up his consulting firm. And Darian, he's on IG. Check out the information that I put on the last episode so you can get all of his information so you can contact him. All right, so let's go ahead and jump into today's topic. I thought that this would be something really good to talk about because I don't know if this is something that we all do enough of, and that's self-care. And so the music title inspiration comes from my girl Beyonce, Me, Myself, and I. So if you know the chorus, you know that it goes, me, myself, and I, that's all I got in the end. That's what I found out. And it ain't no need to cry. I took a vow that from now on, I'ma be my own best friend. I had to take that breath in there, y'all. But the reason why I picked this topic to discuss today is I believe everyone needs to have self-care within their lifestyle. Now, I know we're in this slowdown period right now, and a lot of people, when you talk to them, they always busy. I know y'all know I'm busy. I can't do this. I can't watch that new show. I can't listen to this, or I can't do that because I'm so busy. But now we're in this slowdown period where if you haven't incorporated some type of self-care method into your life, it's the time to do so. And the reason why is it helps you to live a more balanced life. Having self-care in your life is not selfish. You have to take care of yourself first. Just like when you're on the plane. Who knows what the flight attendants tell you when you're on the plane? They normally say before the plane takes off, if something were to happen, make sure that you put your mask on first because you have to take care of yourself first. Then you can take care of any loved ones that you have next to you. And that's the same with self-care. You want to make sure that you're not trying to pour from an empty cup. You have to be full first. And so in order to care for anyone else, make sure you are caring for yourself first. Now, I want to talk to y'all a little bit about some of my favorite self-care methods, okay? So one of my all-time favorite self-care things to do is skating. I'm from Chicago. Skating is life. Okay, I grew up skating. I grew up right down the street from Markham Skating Rink. That's where I learned to skate. Both my mom and dad, they taught me how to skate. I always say that they had a skate baby because they met at the skating rink and then they had me. And y'all, I would be at Markham, Olympic when it was called Olympic, then Rich City, 87. Y'all, I absolutely love skating. It's something about being on them skates. I'll be there. Every single worry, every problem, anything that I was thinking about is all gone. The music pounding in there. I mean, y'all just don't know. That is my place to be. And I absolutely love music. So skating is one of my all-time favorite things to do. And so when I was skating, I felt like I was on top of the world. It was something about me moving away from Chicago when I got married. I got married real young. I got married at 18. And I started having kids young. And then I was traveling throughout the U.S. And I stopped skating. And I didn't feel like myself anymore. I felt like I literally lost myself because I lost that one thing that I used to do all the time where it was just me and that I felt like I was taking care of myself. And so that felt bad. Now, I'm divorced now, but I went a good amount of the 13 years I was married not skating. And I didn't feel like myself. And probably y'all could attest to that when you're not doing some type of self-care method or the thing that you love to do. It makes you feel like you've lost a piece of yourself. You don't feel balanced anymore. So that's one of the reasons why it's important to make sure you incorporate self-care. Now, on the financial side of it, you want to make sure that you have a self-care method that's not going to put you in the broke house. Now, what I mean by that is, ladies, come talk to me for a second. Now, when we get our nails done, I know a lot of ladies, they look at that as a self-care mechanism, right? I had to stop getting my nails done. Not that I had to stop. It's just that me being a financial educator and me knowing budgeting realities, if I get my nails done once, at some point in time, within 1.5 weeks to 2 weeks, I'm going to have to get them done again. I don't like having to keep paying all that money and to be up in there like that. I just don't. That was something that I realized. So I went from getting my nails done 3 times a month to just going to get my nails done when it was like some type of special occasion, just because I didn't like spending over $115 just to get my nails done. Now, on the other hand, my feet, they are a must. They gots to get done, okay? I do not play with my feet. My little pedicures, $45 a month. I know how much it costs. I know that I have that budgeted. I have to get that done. And it's less expensive. Now, I'm going to tell y'all about the time I called myself thinking I was going to start getting lashes done. Now, when they do your lashes at these lash shops and things like that, they look so cute. They look so real. They're awesome. But let me tell you, these damn lashes fall off so quick. Now, I'm going to tell y'all the story about when I first got my lashes done. I'm not going to tell y'all the name of the place because I don't want to bash them, but I went to this shop here in the Thomas and got my lashes done, right? Now, my friend Leisha was here at my house, when I got home, and I was like, girl, look, I got my lashes done. She looked at me and said, where? When I tell y'all I was pissed, that was a silence. That was an intended silence because I was so pissed. I had spent over $100, I think it was like $119.99 to get my lashes done. And then I get back and can't nobody even tell I got lashes done. Here I was thinking, I'm sitting here, it's so therapeutic because it takes forever for them to put these lashes onto you. They got to extend it onto your real lash. It felt good. But I spent all this money to still look like I didn't get nothing done. That pissed me off so much. And I am not one to waste money. I am a Capricorn. Us Capricorns, we love money. We do not play that. So I said, forget all this $119.99 stuff with these lashes. I'm just going to buy the strip. I paid $10 to get the strips. And these strips can last me probably 3 weeks. Look at me, $119, looking like I didn't have nothing done to getting the lash strips and they be looking fine. I'm just saying. So when I'm talking about your self-care methods, also look at how much you're paying to accomplish whatever self-care thing you're trying to put in your life. See how much that's costing you, just because although you're caring for yourself, you also don't want to put yourself into the broke house. So realizing that there are budgeting realities to whatever self-care that you're going to do. If you get your nails done, you know that you're going to have to get your nails done again. How much is that going to cost you? Can you afford it? Next, I want to move to hair. when you're getting your hair done, and guys, when you're getting your hair cut. There are some styles for guys that require you to go to the barber more, just like for us ladies, there is a lot of styles for us. I mean, a lot, a lot of styles that require us to be in a salon or get our hair done or spend more money on our hair more often. So right now I'm rocking braids, and I have found I love braids. I rock those for 2 months, then I'll get something else. I tell y'all, it was a time back when I was with the wigs, the lace front wigs. I mean, the good wigs. I had a unit made, the unit expensive, but very cute. But I had to realize for myself, although I like how I feel, I did use my self-care. One of my self-care things was getting my hair done. I had to bring it back just a little bit, just because although I'm using something for self-care, I don't want to overindulge. So I had to go to a style that I felt like I can maintain financially, which is the braids for me. So I don't know what that looks like in your life, whether it's your nails, your hair, lashes, if you wash your car, if you're going and you have like a car membership, if that's worth it for you, or if it's more therapeutic for you to just wash your own car. If you utilize comfort foods for your self-care, how much are you spending on that? Exercise, whatever it is that you're utilizing for your self-care, just looking at that and making sure that, yes, this is something that's going to soothe me, but making sure that it's affordable to your budget, just because there are budgeting realities to every single thing that we do. And although I want you to have self-care, I don't want it to cost you an arm and a leg. Now, there's not like a certain percentage that you need to spend on self-care, but just be smart. Make the decision. You know how much money you got coming in and how much money you got going out. Don't overindulge, but make sure it's a reasonable amount that you spend. Okay, so just to close all of that out, it's important for you to have self-care in your life and develop some type of routine, especially now all we got is time on our hands. Find something, go for a walk, whatever that self-care is, but make sure that you're doing self-care to nurture your mental health. And then just plain love yourself. Self-care helps you to love yourself better, and then just make sure you're being mindful of how much you're spending on your self-care. So hopefully that was a good conversation on self-care and what the budgeting realities are for the things that we're doing with self-care, because I want it to be therapeutic to you, but I also want y'all to have a balanced budget at the end. So somebody DM'd me and let me know that on the last episode, I forgot to do the questions. And I did forget to do the questions. And I totally forgot. Darian, my bad. I didn't get a chance to ask you all these good questions. So I'm going to go ahead and jump into the questions since I skipped an episode. Thank you for letting me know. So the song I'm feeling this week is City Girls featuring Lloyd, Caramel. Now, I'm from Chicago, so I say caramel. I do not say caramel, but the name of the song is Caramel, and they even say it in the song. This song just has such a cute, sexy vibe to it that I just absolutely love this song. Now, I know it didn't just come out of anything, but I am really feeling this song. This thing is on repeat, okay? So the show I'm feeling is Cherish the Day. Have y'all watched Cherish the Day on? At first, when I saw the first 2 episodes, when they just made it like a little movie, like how Mary Jane started off on BET, I wasn't really feeling it. But it's like now, like I'm in this love mood, like I'm just, Cupid then bit me a little bit, so I am really feeling Cherish the Day. It's a really good show. Check it out on OWN. Y'all let me know if y'all start watching it. I may start talking about it. Y'all got to watch it though, so I got to have an audience for it though. But check out Cherish the Day. So what's grinding my gears, the possibility that I might not be able to get a pedicure soon is really making me a little anxious. Just because y'all know how it is. We can do our feet at home. We can buy the stuff. We can do our feet at home. But it just don't look like how it looks when you go to the nail shop. So it's like I really want it to look like how it looks when you go to the nail shop. So that is making me a little anxious, but I got a pedicure literally 2 days before they shut the city down. So I may be able to make it. I have no idea. I may be all right. Who knows? We'll figure it out. But what I'm grateful for this week is that me and my children are safe. We're not inflicted with any illnesses. Everything is going well. So that's my gratitude that I'll show this week. And I feel like something great is about to happen in my life. So I don't know exactly what it is. I don't know what's to come. But you ever have one of those feelings where you just feel like, you know what? Something good is going to happen. That's where I'm at this week. I feel like something good is going to happen just because with everything going on in the world, it's so funny just to see how creative people are being. The digital space is being utilized more. Like I've been in here partying, listening to D-Nice. He's on live on IG. I mean, it has just been something, blossoming in the world right now. Although there's a lot of things that are going bad, there's still some good to look at. And I'm just excited to still be here on this podcast. If y'all ever have some topic ideas that you want to share with me, that you want me to talk about, make sure you let me know. If you want to connect with me, I'm on IG at Mindfully Rich if you want to connect. But that's it until next week when I hit y'all with another one.